Agriculture covers anything and everything. Basically, we're looking in the simplest sense, the food production that people need to eat every day, the fiber production, the clothes that you're going to wear. But then there's so many other parts that go along with agriculture outside those two basic tenets. But we're looking at, trade balances, what are we selling to other countries? What are we bringing in through the products that we make? The technology is just going out of this world in the last 10 to 15 years. It really depends on the specific career. Again, we're agriculture, so you do need to really focus on natural sciences, but there's so much more. The chemistries that people don't really think about as far as the natural science, the math, that's one thing that really got me. I remember in high school, you take algebra. Well, that's the dumbest thing in the world to take algebra because you're studying A times B equals C. But the difference is I use algebra every day in my job. There's not a day that's gone by in the last 30 years that I haven't used it in some form or fashion. I'm not looking at A times B equals C, but I'm still using algebra. Again, it's all over the board. You can be extremely introvert, you can be extremely extrovert. You can be a people person, you can be a lab rat, you can be so many different things. It depends on the specific career you're looking at. Are you going to work in a laboratory? Do you want to work in public relations aspect of it? Do you want to be a salesman and you're out dealing with the farmers and producers on a day-to-day basis? There's a lot of different facets, so we can take any personality. But some of the other skills you really need would be critical thinking, the natural sciences, of course. The mathematics is always a great positive to have, but not necessarily required in all the fields. Again, we've got so many different options, but if you start at the very bottom and you're thinking something like your high school diploma, you're wanting to drive a tractor, be a field laborer, you're probably in the $10 an hour range. Now, if you want to go on and get a bachelor's degree, I know our agents will typically start at around $38,000 to $42,000. That would be a starting pay now. And then if you get graduate degrees, PhD level like myself, you're a scientist, you're now looking at a starting salary of around $65,000 to $70,000. And then once you've got some experience, you're in the $100,000 to $125,000 range for the majority of the people with a graduate degree. Now, of course, once you get a lot of experience, you've had those years you've put in, and you've got those extra degrees. I've got friends, $150,000, $160,000. But if you look in the last 10 years, the differences that we've seen in technology. For example, everyone has purchased something and you use the barcode scanner when you purchase something. That was developed by us. That was developed just to sell individual produce, your apples, oranges. That way Kroger knew how many apples they had left in the warehouse. So that's technology that agriculture came up with, computer application services, and it has now gone worldwide to everything that you purchase. Unmanned aerial vehicles, the drones, that's another one that's agriculture leads the way in. In fact, MSU, we have the U.S. Industry Institute. So all drone technology for agriculture is basically routed through Mississippi State University. But the computer services that goes through the drones, the aeronautical aspect of it as well. In fact, you've got to have a pilot license to fly a drone commercially. It's something different every day. With the job I have now with Extension Service, I'm an agronomist, so I work with plants every day. But I get to work with producers, I work with the seed salesman, I work with the scientists, I get to work with 4-H students and other youth, but every day it's something different. People coming in the office with a different type of a question. And for me, I love the idea of knowing somebody came to me, they asked for help, I gave them that answer that they needed. And it may be something really small. It's to kill spiders in the house. It may be something that's a $100,000 question on spraying their entire farm with a certain insecticide. If it wasn't needed, why waste the money to do it? So It's all over the board again. It's tiny things, it's huge things, but I'm not going to people asking to help them. They come to us, and that's a personal satisfaction that I get out of my job each and every day. I've enjoyed my career tremendously.